people from March and March were having a meeting with some shop owners, Chinese, Bangladesh, Pakistani, Somali, and all of those guys. They were telling them that they need to start prioritizing South Africans. They need to employ South Africans, which is a good thing. Of course, we would like, all of these guys who are owning spaza shops not to bring their fellow brothers, because, these people are really something else. Because when they come and open a shop, yes, they'll hire a black person, but the black person will be from their own country. So, like, yeah, man, being black and African, yeah, it's not really a fun time, right, with the other races and stuff. But anyway, so these guys are having a gathering with them, telling them that, yeah, they need to hire South Africans, local people. And one lady asked, okay, if one of us or two shops, they don't hire South Africans, then you mean that you're going to descend on all of us? And the guy was saying, yes, all of you will be guilty. So it's collective punishment. If one person does something wrong, you are all wrong. We're going to come and close your shops.
To hire South Africans because of these reasons.
Wait, so what you're basically saying is if two shops don't comply, we all suffer.
Yes.
And that's tomorrow.
That's why we said everything is own, because we've been speaking with the management.
My only issue with this is that what gives these guys that kind of authority? I mean, like, these kind of things are very sensitive. You cannot just wake up and, decide which shop you're going to close, which shop is going to remain open, which shops is abiding by the laws. Vigilantism in South Africa is kind of allowed, because a person is allowed to arrest another person, a citizen's arrest, basically. If you see something wrong, you can actually arrest that person and call the police to come and collect that person. You can actually do that. It's within the law. But these guys are taking it way far. It's like the whole thing of checking people's IDs in clinics. That one is very tricky, because these people are not experts at IDs. They don't know who's legal, who's illegal. All they check is where you were born, and where you were born doesn't really determine whether you are South African or not, because there's naturalized citizenship and there's also permanent residency, which both of those IDs are actually legit IDs in South Africa. Those people actually pay taxes. They can buy property, they can buy land, they can do anything that a South African can do, except accessing BE or getting bursaries, or there are certain learnerships that they'll tell you that only South African citizens are allowed to take that learnership. But when it comes to employment, these people are totally in the